Hello there. You've reached my channel, Cosmic Vibrations. This is going to be a general reading for Aquarius people for December 2020. This reading is for you if you have an Aquarius rising, an Aquarius sun, an Aquarius moon, or even an Aquarius Venus. I'm going to be doing an 11-card Celtic cross spread for you using the Rider-Waite and the Gaian Tarot. Either that or the spiral. I'll decide when the time comes. If you would like, I'm going to put a timestamp down below in the description box so that you can just click on that and go straight to the reading. If you would like, or you can just hang out with me here while I shuffle. It's up to you. This reading may or may not resonate because it's geared towards a collective of people. And we'll just see what comes out for you Aquarians for December 2020. Aquarius, December 2020. One more and then I'll pick them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. You may not be able to see all of them on the table, but I'll hold them up as I go. Okay, I think I'm going to use the Spiral Tarot for your clarifiers. Tell me more of the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. For your central experience for December 2020, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is the fullness of something that is already existing, that you've put a lot of your effort, time, and work into. This can be a business, a home, a relationship. It seems as though you have something that is fully functioning and that has reached its peak measurement of growth, I guess. With this is also a harvest of sorts, of everything that you strove for, everything that you've put your effort into has reached its fullest expression. With it, you have the Knight of Cups, and with that is the 7 of Cups. So I'm kind of getting a specific thing about business and about possible relationships here. One of the ways I can interpret this is that you poured your heart and soul into a project, a relationship, a business, a home. You've put a lot of effort into it, and it's something that you care a great deal about, that you've put your heart and soul and sweat and tears into. Something that matters a great deal to you. But right now there's some confusion here. So maybe perhaps because of COVID and all of the things that are going on in the world and the lockdowns and all of that, maybe your business has suffered a little bit or has been struck down a notch or two. And so you're wondering whether this will survive or not, or whether you need to readjust. This can also mean that a relationship, you may not be so sure on whether the feelings are still there or not, or there may be a question that you have on what's happening with it, on whether it's going to last or not. You may want to step away from something that you have put all of your energy into, because this is a 10. This is the end of a cycle. It does not feel like an unhappy ending or a bad ending in any way to me. It just feels like perhaps at the fullness of this, you're realizing that you want something else now, or you would like to pursue a different situation. And this doesn't necessarily have to be with relationships. It can be with a lot of things that are fully existing in your life. But you may have a little bit of confusion about this, on whether you should take a risk or not, or whether you should adjust or not. There's some confusion here. So let's see if I can get more on this confusion that you're experiencing. You're not sure if your heart is in it anymore, or you're not sure how to help it along, if adjustments need to be made. But let's see. This may even be that even though you're quite happy with your situation, you may long to travel or to go have a different experience. And that doesn't necessarily mean that this situation dies. It may still be there. It's kind of like leaving a community behind to go traveling. But if you miss that community, you can always go back to it. Or something about the community is changing. But let's see. Why is there confusion? You're not sure if something is romantic or a friendship. Or I think I actually have it. Yep. I think that you miss community pursuits, or you miss spending time with friendships or social things, or working with groups, or going out dancing, or enjoying social events, enjoying your friendships. Something about this is lacking, and you're not sure if it'll ever go back to the way that it was, or you miss this. Or you may be confused by a situation where you're not sure if a friend has a romantic interest in you back, if you are romantically interested in someone, or if a friendship can turn into a love situation. Or this could be a group of friends that have similar dreams and they would like to go explore this together. But something about circumstances makes it difficult, or you're not sure what's actually possible here. You need to figure out what you want or what to decide, or you may need to speak up in a situation. You may be remaining quiet about something when you should be initiating a conversation about it, or looking into new avenues or new potentials for this situation. So let's see if there's anything more in here. Your challenge is the Four of Wands. So again, it seems as though you want stability, you want to build something up in order for it to grow, whether it's a business, a relationship, a dream that you have that you would like to manifest. To me, it seems as though you've already put effort into this, but your challenge is stabilizing it, or figuring out how to keep it going, or whether it will last or not. Let's see. I'm going to pick more on that. Tell me more about this Four of Wands as their challenge. Communication, a new method or a new way or a new way of handling this where it can grow, or simply just communicating and having a talk. You might be pleasantly surprised if you get up the courage to speak or bring something to somebody's attention, or even to think about possibilities of things that you could decide on that could change your situations for the better. If you do that, you may actually be pleasantly surprised that things can actually grow here, and they may be able to grow into something larger and more fruitful than you thought. For some of you, this does feel romantic to me, where you're wondering whether someone will stay, or whether this relationship will grow, or this friendship will grow. This also feels like an artistic enterprise. Like, I'm getting feelings of things like wedding parties or receptions or art galleries or any of the arts, really. I'm still getting things about festivities or festivals or all of the creative things, which are kind of on hold in a lot of locations at this time, where it's not in the fullest expression that it normally is. And so this is why this is a challenge for you, is this is your life. I'm getting, you're an artist. It's hard to tell a singer that they can't sing. It's hard to tell an actor that they can't act, or whatever your passion happens to be. It feels as though it's temporarily delayed right now, or not able to fully express itself, which I can see why this would be troublesome for you, or why this would make you feel like you're in an emotional funk, is you're not sure how long this will last for, or whether things will change for the better, or whether things will go back to the way that they were before. This could even have to do with education or children or young people, possibly being a counselor, not a counselor. I got something like a camp counselor or an art teacher or a drama teacher, those things that really involve being hands-on or being there with each other. You miss this, or you're confused whether this will be able to thrive or not in the future, or if you need to make adjustments now and do something slightly different. So hopefully this is making sense for you, but that's what's coming out. So what is helping you is the Page of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that there is a way to work around this or work with this situation, where you can still be creative, where you can still utilize your talents, where you can still do what you enjoy, or go with your practice. And there are, let's see, there are a lot of pages in here, so you may work with young people or have children in your life that you would like to see still be able to be creative in whatever way they can, or to come up with solutions where things are readjusted, where they're still able to get these things out as far as their talents, their interests, even simple things like being physical. You might have a new idea that would be very beneficial for you to implement. And you may have been given some kind of an opportunity which is helping you. An invitation, an offer. It may not be a grand, huge offer, but it's something. And if for some reason you are having feelings for someone that you would like to see your relationship with them grow, you may want to give them a little gift. or show through some token to them that you care. My cat is driving me crazy. He's scratching on the window. I'm going to have to go deal with him and let him outside, and then maybe we'll have some peace. Okay. It doesn't have to be a huge gesture. This is reminding me of this a little bit. It doesn't have to be a huge gesture. It doesn't even have to be that overt or that noticeable, but something that shows that you care or that you would like to improve things. A little present or a little gift or just something to show them, or to hint at them that you might be interested in pursuing something further without becoming too embarrassed, in the beginning anyway. Or this could be coming up with some kind of a creative pursuit that involves other people, that keeps people's spirits up. That can be worked around how things are now. Okay. Let me get more on that. See if I get any other information. Am I holding it upside down? Yeah. What's helping you is to have a sense of humor and to keep your spirits up. And it helps you a great deal to joke around other people and keep their spirits up as well. There is happiness here, there's self-expression here and creativity here, and being able to express yourself, which brings you a lot of happiness and makes you feel better. If you ever have moments of not really sure what's happening or confusion, if you offer this, if this is you offering this, you will have good results from it. It will make you extremely happy. You'll be glad that you offered something. And if this is being offered to you, the offer makes you extremely happy. Okay. This can also be a message of an opportunity that makes you very happy. But in your instincts, you're kind of clenched up, or you're trying to hang on to things. You don't want to give away too much. You want to conserve your energy or your resources or your money or your time. Perhaps you're afraid of losing it or not getting enough in the future. But let's see. Why do they have the Four of Pentacles in their instincts? Tell me more about this. You don't want to tell everyone about this. You want to keep it to yourself for now. You don't feel like dealing with drama, or you don't feel like having a ton of eyes on you when it comes to your plans. It seems as though you're working your way towards something, or you have plans that you're starting to formulate on how to make this happen. But you don't want to announce it to everyone. You want to kind of keep it to yourself for now. And only share this with the people that either are included in it or that will be receptive to it. I'm feeling a sense that you're afraid of criticism, or you just don't feel like dealing with drama. There may be something going on with you that you don't want your family to know about, or you don't want your friends to know about, or your community to know about. This is another Ten of Pentacles because you had this as your general. You might have a secret intention or a secret wish or a plan of something, maybe a secret celebration or a secret secret feelings you have for a friend, or just a happy surprise you want to surprise someone with, but you're confused on whether you can actually have what you wish or not. And maybe while things are a little uncertain about this, or while you are still formulating this, you don't necessarily want everyone to know about it. So, interesting. Makes me wonder what you're plotting. So what you're coming away from is the Hierophant. That is so strange looking. So let me get more on that before I try to interpret that. Are you secretly in love with someone? Or you're secretly plotting some amazing thing? That you would like to create? You're not really sure exactly how to go about it, but you're trying. You're coming away from a period of disappointment over perhaps a relationship not becoming something solid or more committed, or maybe disappointment in love because they had completely different viewpoints as you on your philosophies, outlooks on life, possibly even things like religion, or just spiritual beliefs, a difference in outlook. Perhaps you are more traditional or they are more traditional than you. Something about this caused you some sadness or even heartbreak. Or maybe they chose not to go with you, or something about it wasn't able to be balanced. Maybe authority figures didn't approve. Not that that should really stop you Aquarians at all, but let's see if I can get any more on that. Maybe somebody out there, maybe you asked someone to marry you and they said no. Or something to that effect. But let me see if I get anything else on that. Or you've needed to make a major decision, but something about making this decision in the past is difficult. And it makes you feel conflicted. You've had to recover from this and think about it or reflect. Maybe someone else wanted you to commit or get more serious about the relationship, or even asked you to marry them and you didn't feel it, or you didn't want to take that route with it, or you don't believe in that sort of a thing. But you've had to rest from this and come to terms with it and be at peace with it. You've needed to recover from this situation, whatever it is. It may be that you feel unaccepted for who you are. Maybe you're outside of the norm or outside of the box. And someone tried to put you in a box and you just couldn't do it. So your best possible outcome is another Four of Swords. Everyone's been getting this for December. It seems like December is a big month of resting, recuperating, and healing, and also finding inner peace or peace of mind so that you can see things clearly or feel energized. To center yourself So let's find out more about that. Why do they have the Four of Swords as their best possible outcome? Let me move these things out of the way. Because of a major shift and change that you're about to go through, or you already are going through. You have judgment. Maybe something is worth salvaging here, or something is not lost for forever, or something seems to have ended, but it hasn't. So if this is a business you're concerned about, or a relationship, or whatever this happens to be that you care so very much about, all may not be lost. The chapter, it may not be the end of the story. You may have another chapter coming up on how this thing is unfolding. You may realize some things about the situation that you do need to release or let go of. But you may also see some truths in the situation that are worth working on. Or there may be some kind of a resurgence or a rebirth of this thing that you care about. And in order to process all of this change, you need to be well rested so that you can handle it. You may not expect this, actually. This may come to you out of the blue or be a complete surprise. Judgment is a major arcana card. This is not a small thing, your best possible outcome. Your best possible outcome is you might have thought that something was doomed, and it turns out that it's not. And so you need to rest or still your mind in order to handle this information on what do you do next about this. Something from the past might be coming back. So let me see if I get any more. Why is this their best possible outcome? It'll help you to move on. Whether it's returning, able to be salvaged or not, you are able to move on from the information that's coming, or the breakthrough, awakening, the awakening that you're about to have, or you're about to become aware of something that was hidden before, which may almost be a shock or just blast its way into your consciousness. But something about this rebirth here gives you a sense of peace and makes you feel as if you are able to release the pain from the past, and that not all is lost, or things are able to be worked with or salvaged in a situation. And that this is not the end of you, or this is not the end of your pet project, or I don't even want to say the word pet here, or pet project. I meant your passion. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, that you've put all your energy into. And whatever it is that you've poured your energy into creating in your life. So in the near future, you have the Page of Wands. You have pages all over this reading. So you have messages, lots of offers, messages, opportunities. It's up to you on whether you take them or not. You may also have a whole lot of young people around you. Maybe you mentor children, or you help children with their creativity. Or this can even just be a joyful feeling of being young again, or your inner child being alive, and a sense of humor, a sense of play, and a sense of creativity that you cannot, you can't lose this, because if you did, it would be the end of you. You need this playfulness in your life. It's important to still cultivate this. So let me see. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. What does this signify about what's coming up for them? Some kind of theater? Are some of you Aquarians actors on a stage, or interested in plays or musicals, or even dance performances, or some kind of performance? You're trying to figure out a way to still keep this alive, instead of it all being shut down. There's got to be a way to work with it where children or people who are artists by nature can still utilize their talents and act on their passions, whether it's music, art, theater, dance, even, to keep this alive. Something is about to grow if you do what brings you joy, regardless of what others say, or to work around things. Tell the people, let the people know that are part of this thing. It just may need to be a little bit smaller than it normally is, or more distant, or something about it needs to be adjusted in order to allow it to happen, or be able to do this, but it's able to be adjusted. If this is whatever it was that you were working on before that has been at a slight standstill or has been reduced, it seems as though something in your life was fully functioning and was in its fullest state, but it somehow got knocked down to a smaller size or a smaller amount of people, or it's almost back to its beginning stages a little bit. It's not as big as it once was. You still want to keep this thing alive, and you're doing whatever it is in your power to work with what you've got and to possibly downsize, but still keep it going as a stable thing, or a stable creative pursuit or business or hobby or talent or whatever this is, or even relationship. But there needs to be adjustments made. You need to be flexible and come up with new ingenious ideas on dancing around things or working with things where things can still happen. And I do see growth here. I see that if there's been a cutback of some kind, things are starting to grow again. And for some of you that have children, it seems as though you want to ensure that your children or young people that are in your life still have a chance to show their creativity and to utilize their creativity, or even to still be physical, to still go with their talents, to still learn new things. Okay. This is you confidently doing something that brings you a lot of happiness and joy, and laughter and play and humor. You care very much about something right now. Whatever this is, this means a lot to you. So let's get more on it. This could be a water sign that's around you. You really have a complete mix of elements in here. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups. Yeah. You care about a new beginning very, very, very much. There's something that you're gung-ho about, that you're willing to take action on and willing to start. You care very much about this new path or this new beginning. Something about how to pursue it or how to do it is worrying you, where you have some stress surrounding this. The good news about the Nine of Swords is that generally speaking, usually this is just mental anxiety or worry, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's founded in reality. So try not to stress too much. It may be that you were expecting some kind of a new beginning or something to be implemented or started that you care very much about, but somehow it's delayed, or something you're starting to have doubts or worries about this. What are you worried about this? Why are you worried? On whether you'll have enough resources or support or funding. You want to begin something new that is almost like a dream that you have, and you were on your way to doing this before, but now all of a sudden you're worried about money, on whether you have enough funding. I think, let me see if I can pull a remedy card. Or you're worried that if you go after someone that you are interested in, that they're somehow going to shut you down or abandon you or not be interested. That might be another way that I could read this. It could be that you're interested in the Queen of Cups, whether it's a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, just because it's a queen. Possible water sign, or you have very strong feelings about something that you want to get started with, but you're afraid that you'll be rejected, or you're afraid that you won't have enough money or enough support if it's a business or talent related thing. Let's see, what's a remedy for them to focus on? Whatever is meant to be in your life will be in your life. If this is a relationship, if the feeling is mutual, you don't have to worry. This seems like somebody that you have a really strong bond with. This is a soulmate. This might even be somebody from your past, or even somebody that you've been involved with before. It doesn't have to be. It can be someone that just simply feels really familiar to you, almost as if you've known them for a long time, even though they're new. This can also be a beloved dream, or a dream that you've always wanted to manifest, and this is the reason why it means so much to you. This dream isn't going anywhere. Try your best to go with what you feel drawn to do. Either way, you'll find out one way or another. And things can always be adjusted as well. So in your surroundings, you have a brilliant idea or another ace. You have a brand new beginning in here. You had an ace of swords over here too. You're plotting something that looks amazing to me. That's extremely creative. And you shouldn't give up on this idea or this dream or this thing that you would like to. This could even be writing a play, or being a playwright, or writing a book, or introducing an idea that doesn't exist yet. Or this could simply just be an idea to, again, lift up the spirits of others around you and to bring some much needed humor and play into your life and into other people's lives. This can also be saying that you need to speak up, or you need to say something, and don't keep this to yourself. So let's get more on that. How can things be adjusted and worked out where everybody's needs are met, or where the rules can be abided by, but still be able to create? How can everybody's differing opinions on this be worked with, where everyone feels content? This can also be that you need to settle something, or you need to make peace in a situation or make some kind of a major decision about something in your surroundings. Making sure that things are fair. Let me get one more. This is work related. Something needs to be more fair, or something needs to be adjusted to make sure that things are fair. Something needs to be decided about work in your surroundings, or what you're doing, or how to do something. Okay. Your hope is for judgment, that not all is lost, that something isn't dead for forever, that your path is still very much awake and aware, and you're able to follow it or hear its call. It's like you must follow your calling no matter what. You have to go with your passion in life, otherwise what's the point of living? And so you're willing to do whatever it takes to make this thing work, or to have it survive. You care a great deal about this, but the good news here is, because you had judgment somewhere else in here, this is your hope, but it also has a very strong possibility of happening. I think it was in your best possible outcome. You have 2 judgments in here. So something is not lost for forever, or dead for forever, or your calling is not destroyed. The call may be calling you very loudly, and it's important to follow what it instructs you to do. There might be some rearranging that needs to be done, or some adjustments that need to be made, but something is not lost or dead. Something is very much alive. And yeah, I think I've said everything I want to say about that. Your general outcome is yourself. This is the King of Swords. This is the Aquarius card, court card. So you are fully in your own power in December. You are able to make whatever decisions you need to make, whatever adjustments you need to make, whatever strategies you need to make. I don't know why, but I've been getting a really strong, positive, creative, fun kind of trickster energy from this. It seems as though you're plotting something that makes people happy, and you might be keeping it under wraps and only telling certain people because they have to be part of it, or help you run it or create it. But you have decided to go with what you really want to do, and to do it in a way that's fair, but also to maintain what you know is right for you. So let me get more on that. You're not sure how to go about it still. Ooh, but the answer will come to you. This is another one of your cards. This is your Major Arcana card. You may be a little bit unsure on how to go about it, or how to do it. It's almost like walking on eggshells in order to make this thing happen. But you will know what to do, and luck is on your side, or Lady Star is on your side. This is something that means a great deal to other people as well. And you will know what to do, and you'll have luck with this. Something will get you out of a tricky situation. Have hope. Think positively. Don't get yourself into a funk. of expecting difficulty when there may not be any, or thinking that small difficulties are much larger than they actually are. Between the Star and the Two of Swords, the Star is major arcana, the Two of Swords is just a court card. This can be easily dealt with and released or adjusted. Your turnout or the results from this will be extremely positive, and you don't necessarily have to worry about people being upset with you. So, interesting. Okay, hopefully that made sense for you or resonated in some way, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.